The beak is on it. What's up? Lights, camera, reaction. The madness of the internet is run amok on the OTPH show, and I've got all the reaction you're going to need. I got the handy news and a whole bunch of other stuff for you guys. Buckle up, hot dogs and tacos. I'm Scott. This is the OTPH show. Now let's do the damn thing. Hey, how you doing? What's up, Luigi? How are you? See this dude right here? True barbarian. Absolutely. This guy is something else. Probably got a dick that touches his kneecap. Let's check it out again, huh? The beak is on it. I wouldn't do this. Like, it's incredibly stupid and brave at the same time. Like I said, this guy's got a dick that touches his knee. The true test of a man.
All right, full disclaimer, don't do this. Or
Yeah,
at least
please don't.
make sure you know what the heck you're doing. You
Yeah,
have a
for real.
safety rope or a safety team or whatever it is before you do this. But at the end of the day, this is what men do, right? This man not only wanted
This
to
is
do
what
this,
we
but
do.
he was very excited about the fact that he looked like he was from Game of Thrones and running through and helping.
I was thinking
up
God of
north
War.
that was going into winter, and or maybe he had a little bit of God on his side and literally figured out how to walk on water. I don't know what it was, but celebrate men.
It's pretty fucking
Men do some
awesome.
crazy
I'm
stuff, and when
tell
they
you that.
pull it off,
I mean,
it's
I'm not
the most amazing thing out there. The crazy
I'm not
thing
gonna
is, though,
sit
a lot
here
of
and
times
be
you
like,
don't pull
oh,
it off,
hey,
so make sure you have a safety.
I'm gonna
net,
do
especially in
something like
scenarios
that
this.
because
But
I'm
again,
not.
it's what men do.
But it is. That's why that's why women tend to live longer than men do. So, you know, that's exactly why, because we'll run across, well, not me personally, because I just wouldn't run across the frozen lake. But that's what men do. Oh yeah, sure. That looks like fun. Let's fucking do it. You know? I don't know about you, but back in the day, they used to have the air compressor nail guns. You just pull the trigger. Huh. You want to talk about fun? Okay. Huh. And for some reason, all of the motions that we do are thrusting motions. Thrusting. You know, it never gets old. It never gets old. And this show never gets old. And thank you for being here with me. The greatest show on the internet, the OTPH Show, Raw Steel and Sex Appeal. Let's get into my next one. Now, I'm a firm believer in mind your fucking business, okay? Because something like this might happen to you. Leave a comment if you've ever had something like this happen to you. This is why. You just mind your fucking business, okay? Nothing is this important than getting your car trashed, somebody chasing you with a baseball. It's just not, it's not worth it. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Oh shit, they're throwing things now. That's rocks. Oh shit! Oh fucking what? Chat, seriously, Luigi, if you're here, whoever's with me right now, holy shit. That girl just did a cartwheel. Well, let's get back. What happened here? I was yammering on. What happened? Let's go from the beginning here. So this lady with the hair extensions and the stick has a rock and a stick, which classic weapons, you know. I mean, Cain killed Abel with a rock. So, you know, but I just, especially nowadays, people are carrying bear mace. They're not just carrying pepper spray. They're carrying fucking bear mace. Like, Keisha, back up. It ain't worth it, girl. It ain't worth it. Yeah, he got sprayed. Ooh. There it is. See, this is why you show up with a boulder at a fight and you throw it at my car. I mean,
ooh, watch out.
Yep, here it goes. Cartwheel. There it is right there. That girl's got internal bleeding. Her pelvis is probably crushed. She ain't gonna fuck right for the rest of her life. She ain't gonna shit right for the rest of her life. This is why it's just not worth it. Just walk away. It really isn't. You know? I mean, what if this person had a gun? It was just like, you know what? You threw a rock at my car, pop, 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 pop. It's easy as that. Probably wouldn't hit the broadside of a barn, but I'm just saying to you, it's not worth it. What? Oh,
God, they're coming back.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Ooh, baby. Ooh, buddy. Ah, yeah, that one made my butthole pucker. What do we got next there? Listen, again, these are all shorts. So I'm kind of doing things a little bit different for every old school weapons. Yeah, dude, for real. A rock and a stick. What if I mean, I can understand a Jimmy stick. I was waiting for like a chain. You know, I've never seen anybody. You don't see that anymore, right? Somebody bringing a chain, they just pull a fucking chain out of their pocket like a Shaolin monk. You know, I mean, works, dude. Brass knuckles are another one you don't see anymore either. They actually just signed a law in New Hampshire. You can carry brass knuckles again. I'm like, is New Hampshire becoming the saloon of New England? Is that what's happening right now? Because if it is, you can fucking sign me up, dude. I'm for it. You carry switchblades around now. Dude, you can have out the front knives now. Dude, seriously. New Hampshire's not fucking around. But, of course, they want to try to hit us with taxes, which is bullshit. We'll talk about that on Thursday. So, again, like I was saying, tonight is going to be shorts and reactions because I'm trying to save myself time and I'm trying things out, see what you guys like, see what you don't like. Anyways, so tonight is going to be all shorts and reactions. I'm not going to do too deep of a dive until we get into the old Chuck Norris on the handy news, but let me get there first. Let's get to this next one.
I'm thick, but I'm quick. I am not your average girl. I'm from Aberdeen, Washington.
And have a good match. Touch gloves, shoes, do so.
What do you think is going to happen here? Leave a comment. Let me know. Light it up.
And go back to your corners.
Oh, shit. Red. Oh, man. Red. Look at, she came. She was not playing around. Holy shit. Let's go back here. Let's touch gloves, ladies. Let's come out fighting.
And have a good match. Touch gloves, shoes, do so, and go back to your corners.
Man, that's clean. That girl fights real. You already know she trashes people behind a Dunkin' Donuts, okay, because of baby daddy issues, okay? She's been on more. You see the size of that thigh tattoo? This is, and this girl right here with the headband bandana, she just must got out of chemo or something. And just realized this is a fight. This is a good one.
Get up and go.
Ah, nice. There it is.
Leg kick. Good job.
Dude, this redheaded girl, the thick and quick girl, she rolls frying pans with her bare hands. Look, she is trashing this lady. There's nothing like, listen. You know, I'm going to stand in disagreement. Women's sports are just as entertaining as men's sports. Not all of them, but these ones are for sure. Holy shit.
Work out. Let's go.
Good.
30 seconds.
Trashed her. Trashed her. Just, she didn't stand a chance. That redheaded girl looks like seriously, she looks like she crushes watermelons with her hands, slaps watermelons. Oh man, that was incredible. Come on. Only here on the OTPH Show, greatest show on the internet. You know, I mean, I like to have fun too. We are going to talk about politics. I know Sunday fun day, but it's funny politics. It's not serious politics. It's all the stupid shit that they do during the week. Oh, I want to see this in real life. Let me know if you would watch this in real life. I would actually pay to watch this. Look at these. Look at these walruses fighting over a mate. Look at this. Look like two shaved grizzly bears. Oh, it's incredible. Oh, man. Look at the diabetes in the middle of the circle. Look at that. He had to have 6 insulin shots. You can see the marks on the back of his legs on that one. I haven't seen his dick in years. Hell of a sumo wrestler, though. Look at this. Oh, get him. Come on. Oh, nope. Got him. I don't know. I don't find the excitement in, a guy grabbing me. And, I mean, I guess it's like a box in the back. I think these guys got no ass anyway, so it's not like it's going anywhere. But could you imagine them grabbing you by like the front and shit? It's a weird form of it's a weird sport, but I would watch this shit, man. It's pretty impressive. There's a lot of athleticism here, even though these guys are the size of fucking small trucks. That's it? Oh, come on. I thought we were going to see 2 more walruses clash to the death. That was incredible. I would watch that, though. I really would. I think that sports like that need to get more credit. Because, yeah, it's sick. Sumo is sick. Yeah, you're right, dude. I got more. Trust me, next weekend I got a couple more. And, I mean, I watched – oops, sorry, I didn't mean to play that video. I have a little guy. He's a little tiny pencil compared to this other dude. Just yoinks him right up. But it's their form of wrestling. Like wrestling is like the oldest form of self-defense. And it's a solid foundation when it comes to martial arts and self-defense and things like that. I mean, at least if you know how to wrestle, you can defend yourself somewhat. There are people out there that just don't have any idea how to defend themselves in any way. Couldn't even pull a gun if they wanted to, or a knife or nothing. There are people out there that believe that if somebody steals something from you, they can have it. Fucking what? No, not today. Not today. Oh, my sweet heavens almighty. You know what time it's for, though? I'll tell you what time it's for. It's time for the handy news. Well, Chucky Ducky, this is for you, baby. Just in time, brother. Man, I'm going to tell you what. Chuck Norris is probably one of the most incredible people ever to live on this planet. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, who do we have to replace him? Like, what action hero that we grew up with do we have to replace him? R.I.P. Chuck Norris, for sure. Like, we just don't have an icon like this who actually does what he says and is a fucking literal badass. Chuck Norris is the definition of a gardener in a war. A warrior in a garden. It literally, to me, I've been thinking about it all day today, especially with my dad and everything like that. Like, that's and now it's time for us to have our responsibility to step up and try to fill the shoes of men like this. They don't have anybody in Hollywood for that. They have nobody. What action star do you know right now that you can name one off the top of your fucking head that's not from the 80s or 90s or early 2000s? You can't. Because it's all Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone. You can't name one. I'll even throw Tom Cruise in there. All right. Because he had Mission Impossible, but I'm not a Tom Cruise fan. All right, back to this video. And we're talking about a world-class champion here. Like somebody that I looked up to when I studied martial arts, him and Bruce Lee, Jet Li. These people, I just watched their movies over and over and over and over and over again. Keanu Reeves it should be up there with the action stars, especially with John Wick. But these people live it. Like Chuck Norris lived the life that he portrayed on screen. Humble, generous, and a fucking badass. I mean, come on. Man, 86 years old. Lived a great life. I mean, I'm not sad. I'm sad because we don't have anybody like that anymore. That's why I'm sad, because all the great ones are going down, man. Look at that lighting, too. Legitimate guy. You know what's funny is that, and I'm a Bruce Lee fan. I love Bruce Lee. I think he's a very legitimate martial artist. But this is Chuck Norris was a legitimate combat martial artist. Legitimate. Okay. Billy Jack. Yeah. I'm gonna take this left leg. I'm put right across that side of your head. Yep, yeah, buddy. You already know, bro. And we don't have people like this anymore, man. A badass. That's the beast, outdoors. Well, if you've been living under a rock, Chuck Norris, legendary action star and martial artist, has died at 86 years old. His family confirmed this, suddenly passing away Thursday morning, saying he was surrounded by loved ones and went in peace, which, I mean, what better way to go, right? A literal legend. He will go down as one of history's greatest Americans, in my opinion. Not because he was an action star. This guy had a foundation called Kicks for Kids to get inner city kids and people that came out of poverty into the spotlight and give them hope and courage to take on life's challenges, something the public schools aren't doing, in my opinion. This guy was a true legend. He was such a fucking legend. Watch this. This is how much of a legend he was. You want to see two legends that together right now? You want to do some crazy shit? You want to go to the loony bin? Huh? Because I'll go with you. Dan, oh dude, come on, stop, Luigi. Those are all the guys that my dad watched. I remember sitting with my dad and watching all these guys. Like, it's crazy. It's sad. But it's not, because he lived an amazing life. It's not sad because Chuck Norris lived an amazing life. And anybody can live like Chuck Norris. Anybody can do that. You just have to believe in yourself. And that was the most amazing thing. It wasn't because he was a badass actor, because he was a badass fucking human being. That's why Chuck Norris was so amazing. Watch this. Gene. Ah, man. And it's just sad. It's just sad. I mean, it makes you sad because I grew up with icons like this, and a tribute poured out immediately, obviously, from Hollywood icons like Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dolph Lundgren, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the list goes on. Calling him a true American original, which he is. He is. Is there a bunch of jokes and innuendos about any of these other people that I just named off? Dolph Lundgren? No. Jean-Claude Van Damme? No. He even makes, he made a joke. he's like, there was I got in a fight with a king cobra the other day. It was 5 days of agony. Then a king cobra died. I'm Chuck Norris. And it's, I mean, like, you're right. You know, when Chuck Norris does a push-up, he's pushing the earth away. You know, I mean, and things like that have come out. And of course, the internet's not shy of that. I mean, this is the one that I've been seeing is even in death, the internet has lit up. The internet has been lit up with classic Chuck Norris mythos jokes like Chuck Norris didn't die. He just beat up death and took his job, which is true. You know, I'm not true. It's not, obviously it's not true, but Norris was recently hospitalized while his family kept everything private, obviously. Because I mean, if I was in their position, I wouldn't want all of my shit out there either. People are fucking nosy. So, and Chuck Norris is exactly how his family described him. A devoted husband, father, and a heart for his family. Obviously, because it's his family. So, I mean, I'd hope that he would have a fucking heart for his family. But the guy was amazing. If I had that kind of ability, I would do the same thing. I would try to change the fucking world. Of course, people like him go unnoticed because they want to keep you trapped. They want to keep you in this buy. The world's coming to an end. Now buy this. You could lose power tomorrow, but go ahead and buy this solar generator by clicking the link in the description. Now, I'm not saying that I don't do that, because I do that. But this man, he literally changed people's lives. Thousands. Goes unheard of. We just hear about the death and destruction, but not here, not right now. This is for you, Chuck. And I'm not sorry, man. You've gone home. I'm not sorry for the life that you lived, man. You lived an amazing life. Most people fantasized about it. Most people fantasized about the life that you lived. And guess what? Everybody that fantasizes about that life, you could live that life. You can go tomorrow and start learning martial arts and dedicate yourself to discipline. You can go to church tomorrow and dedicate yourself to your faith. You can wake up tomorrow and hug your kids or kiss your wife. Live the day like it's your last. You can have that. No one's stopping you from having it. And Chuck is an example of that. Bruce Lee is an example of that. I got an old one for you guys. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's a 5-minute video. But I don't know. I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid. And this was at Survivor Series. And this is when Walker, my grandmother, heaven rest her soul, was a huge, huge Chuck Norris fan and huge wrestling fan. So this is great for her.
On anyone who just might come down the ringside.
That's Vince McMahon, by the way. This was the first casket match between Yokozuna and The Undertaker in 1994. Man, I miss the days where the referees wore the bow ties. Now they wear the pinstripes. That's stupid. I don't like the zebras. This is awesome. I miss the class because it made it seem more like a, you know, more like a professional, like wrestling was like professional. Excuse me. Now it's more like entertainment. Now it's more like a show. When I was a kid, this is the definition of wrestling to me. I'm not saying that wrestling isn't athletics now, but it's all show. It's all theatrics. You know, you still have to be a hell of an athlete. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the same as this. And in real life, these guys already know in real life, Chuck Norris would kill them and just plunge his hand right into their chest cavity and rip their hearts out and bite into it, throw it in the other dude's face and then rip his throat out. I'm just saying to you, okay? These are things that could have happened. They could possibly happen. I don't know. We don't know. Well, I do know that Chuck Norris is a fucking badass, dude. And that's what I do know. So, yeah, it could possibly happen. Him plunging his hand into somebody's chest cavity, I don't know. Okay. I watched Bruce Lee punch somebody across the room from 1 inch. So, yeah, if I was a kid, we rented the Royal Rumble. I think it was the Royal Rumble where Owen Hart fell from the scaffolding. And, man, that was the same night this lady fucking pulled into our driveway, my parents' driveway, and like rammed into the stump that's like in front of our house. If the stump wasn't there, she would have literally drove right into our house. She was shithouse drunk, got in a fight with the cops. They had to hog tie her. She kicked the chief of police in the balls. It was awesome. Well, I mean, shouldn't say it was, it was a good time. It's a good time. You never know what you're going to say, out in the middle of nowhere. But this is absolutely nostalgic. You goddamn right. Welcome to the greatest show on the internet, the OTPH Show. Ross Steele and Sex Appeal, gravy train on biscuit wheels. And Chuck Norris is literally one of the greatest icons in American history, and he will be missed thoroughly. And my friend, I never knew you. I wish I could have, but I know you're already home. And if you are up there, which I know you are, say hi to my little brother for me. This is awesome. Way up high. Chuck Norris, you will be missed, my good sir. And tonight's Handy News Update has been brought to you by the Neon Republic. Sign up, scan the QR code up in the corner, become a citizen of the bright side of freedom, the Neon Republic. And thank you so very much for sponsoring tonight's Handy News Update. It's a sad one. It's a sad one. But I don't know why I keep pushing that one. But we're going to brighten it up here right now. Get the fuck out of here. Sorry. We're going to brighten it up here. So there's been this story of a dolphin. Well, here, let me just do this for you. I'll be right.
Claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. The man was found early Monday morning on the side of a beach in Lee County, soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused. When deputies arrived, he was drawing detailed diagrams in the sand. According to the man, a pod of dolphins took him while he was swimming and brought him to a place about 40 feet under the surface. He said they forced him to help build underwater structures. He told deputies that dolphins communicated with him using clicks. He said,
What? Listen, this is a reoccurring thing that keeps popping up for me. Okay, not just on my feed, but also it's popping up all over the internet. There's a pod of dolphins, and the lead dolphin's name is Gerald. And seriously, this is a real fucking thing. Therapy, brother. Therapy. Lobotomy. All right. I'm sorry.
a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater, possibly by creating an airspace. The man
you
spent
fucking
3
hearing
days
this?
working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures. When the dolphins were satisfied
Dolphins
with
are
his work,
living in
they sent him
cities
back
and
to the surface
towns
and told him they
in condo-like structures. This is a real story. This was a real investigation. A man claims he had been kidnapped by a dolphin named Gerald. Okay, let's hopefully we can get through this without me going too berserk. But in a bizarre story, that's been circulating around claiming that a man had been kidnapped by a dolphin named Gerald and forced him to work on an underwater construction project. Law enforcement has already addressed this absolutely ridiculous claim, and it's completely fake. This is absolutely 100% completely fake. This is not a real story. There is one that you'll see, it's circulating around right now, where it's a dude saying that they're covering up this pod of dolphins with the CIA trained or some shit. And I'm like, God, listen, it's one of those things that you have to smoke meth to understand. And I don't have time. I have kids. Okay. I don't have time to understand what this kind of fucking stupidity brings on to this world, because we already have plenty of it. We have plenty of it. We just lost Chuck Norris. Okay. How much more fucked up do you want the world to be? All right. This is fucking crazy. Authorities in Lee County say this is crazy. There has been no kidnap, no underwater city, and no dolphin architect named Gary or Gerald, whatever. In the entire narrative has been debunked as a hoax. The underwater city does not exist. Police have confirmed this story, and I mean, it's complete satire and for engagement. And this is the kind of hogwash they throw out there, and people will believe it. They will. There is a group of people that believe there's no such thing as birds. I'm serious. It's no joke. It's no joke. Okay. Sorry. Just reading something here real quick. But despite the absurdity, people still believe it. It's fucking nuts. It's just absolutely insane. Gary the Dolphin. Gerald. Sorry, not Gary. Gerald. I thought it was Gary. I'm like, Gary the Dolphin. What the fuck? And I kept hearing the story over and over again. And I'm like, I just can't believe this shit. You know, like who? How did you come to this fucking conclusion? You know? Seriously, comes from fucking doing bath salts and smoking meth at the same time. It's just bath salts in the butthole and smoking meth. That's all I can think of. You know what I mean? All right. Hold on one second. Oh, and that's all I got for you for the handy news. Gerald the Dolphin and Chuck Norris, you will be missed. We love you so dearly. Thank you to the Neon Republic for sponsoring tonight's handy news updates. And thank you guys for being here with me. When disaster hits, you don't want excuses. You want action and peace of mind. An emergency storable food from My Patriot Supply does just that, delivering over 2,000 calories a day in 8 hearty varieties, good for over 25 years. That's 25 years of protection for when the stinky stuff hits the fan. So scan the QR code up in the corner or click the link down in the description and protect you and your family for when emergency strikes. All orders before 3 p.m. ships same day, and anything over $150 ships for free. Remember, calories equal energy, and energy equals survival. Be ready for anything before anything happens with My Patriot Supply. Now back to the show. Yes. This is hilarious. Listen, I'm gonna probably get copyright for that, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Listen, it's worth it. Okay. This is absolutely incredible. When they protest the terrorists. Not saying that we should have any. I'm not a interventionist at all in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to be an interventionist in any way, shape, or form. But this is in our hemisphere. This guy's got to go away. This guy is a really bad dude. He's not a good guy in any way, shape, or form. Okay. So let's just remember that. But man, AI is incredible. Look at that. Get a tattoo. JD Vance, Trump. That's just incredible. Oh my gosh. Was he throwing up? Just absolutely incredible. Thank you, Internet. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate everything you're about. I mean, you can't find anything better than that. And for all those people that were out there protesting about this stuff, like this is hilarious. This is hilarious. And people are like, you're making fun of, you're saying Trump it's okay to kidnap people. It's like, well, the Monroe Doctrine gives him authority to do so. So that's why he enacted and did such. And plus, this guy was literally stole the election. There was millions of Argentinians that came out and said that. Not all, you can't do this. Fuck you, we can't do it. We're gonna do it. It's in our neck of the woods. How about this? Try and stop me. I think it's brilliant what they did. And they did it with sheer precision. And I think they also wanted to show everybody what they're completely capable of. We scared the shit out of the entire world that day. Maduro was just a little fish compared to what else is going on in the world. That's who we're after. That's who we're after. It's all coming to a head, ladies and gentlemen. I keep saying this. I keep saying this shit all the time. It's all coming to a head right now. We are witnessing something so incredible that I really never thought that I would ever bear witness to something like I would have thought like a great reset, like something that needs to happen and is happening literally right in front of us. The corruption has gotten so bad to where we need to start annexing things, to where we go to, on the world stage, we go and embarrass our own political figures. What? When we have to go on the world stage and embarrass you because you're acting like such a punk. I don't know. You are literally decaying this country and supporting it. Just watching Trump, excuse me, real quick, just watching Trump wipe the smile off of this little reptilian's face right here. Look at him. You already know he bathes in the blood of children. Him and his wife.
I would say this: if I were
allegedly
Democrat governor or whatever, I would call it.
You hear that? Democrat governor, whatever. This is in front of NATO. This is in front of the entire world. He's calling out fucking Gavin Newsom and everybody else, getting them all to show their ass. And it's also showing how dysfunctional we are here in America, which is not a fucking good thing to our enemies. Liberals think it's okay.
Trump, I say, come on in, make us look good, because we're cutting crime down to nothing. And
it's true.
We're taking people out, career criminals, who are only going to do bad things, and we're bringing them back to their countries.
Dude, the Hello Kitty and... Dude, the best part of that video was the Hello Kitty and Trump smoking the doobie, dude. And then JD Vance throwing up. That was the fucking Hello Kitty jammies is what sold me, bro. Listen, next week, I have a video for you that's even better than that one. I'm not going to play it this week. You're just going to have to tune in next week and figure out what's going on there. A great reset. Yeah, I mean, well, that's why I'm making a great reset means extinction. That is why I'm making music in Latin. Are you making? Listen, I mean, I only know some things in Latin, but excuse me. Ultimately, what's happening right now is we're starting to section off the world. We're not, Trump already said, we're not policing the world. And good, we don't need to police the world anymore. Good, I'm for it. I'm for it. I can't, let's watch this. Look at him. Look at his little smile on his face. He's not going to be smiling anymore when when Trump punks his bitch ass out right now. This is, This is clown shit. We have one of the biggest economies here in California. Without us, there's nothing. Without you, we'll be fine. And just like any other liberal state, fuck, I say all the red needs to concentrate into one area and outpower everybody else and take over everything else. Fuck it, whatever. I don't care. People want to call Trump a dictator. Good. You know what? He's not a dictator. He's liberating us from the dictators. How about that? You want to call him a dictator? I say good. He's doing exactly what everybody asked for. Wiping the smile right off this smug little asshole's face.
It's been amazing, and we have a capacity to do it at much greater levels. We're cutting illegal aliens off welfare and other government benefits, and I've directed that starting immediately, there will be no more payments to sanctuary cities because they are really just sanctuaries for criminals. They're really protecting criminals, and those are the ones we have to get out of the country, murderers.
So listen, I don't understand how sanctuary cities can even be a fucking thing. I just don't know how they loopholed that in. You know, seriously, the CERN project has set us into another fucking dimension. That's why nothing seems real anymore. I'm starting to be convinced in it. That's why nothing seems real anymore. It's because we've been sent into another fucking dimension where this is okay. Where we're supposed to be on the same team. We're on the fucking world stage. Trump has to slap your ass in front of everybody. To look at him. He's not smiling anymore. He's looking at his shoes. Oh.
Dealers, the mentally insane, they emptied their mental institutions into the United States. And despite that, we have the lowest crime numbers that we've ever had in the history of the country. Just came out.
Dude, you're not the only one, buddy. I can't tell you how many times. I mean, the conversation on YouTube is way more controlled than over on TikTok, and there are so many people that think just like us, man. And anybody that's watching and anybody that's going to watch, and if you like this show, thank you, and make sure you like, share, subscribe, and let YouTube know you like this kind of fucking content. But ultimately, what I'm saying is that yeah, people think this all the time. I can't tell you how many people that have had comment on the videos where I'm like, is this real? Like I just made a video where a lady rammed a bus, or no, an EMS vehicle. Just did it the other day. Stole an EMS vehicle and rammed it into an ICE facility and then tried to set it on fire. Like she's fucking Starfire from X-Men. That would have been awesome if she was dressed like that. Then I would have been like, this is worth the watch. It's insanity. It's insanity. You're not the only one, brother, for sure. And then again, we have to go across the world and pecker slap our own people in front of God and everybody. And then we got people like this. You know, I don't like Jasmine Crockett, but listen to this Crockett.
He recognizes that there are many more than two biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. God is both masculine and feminine and every.
You fucking said what? Hold on. Let's go back to the beginning here, ladies and gentlemen.
He recognizes that there are many more than 2 biological sexes. In fact, there are 6. God is both.
6. I thought there were 72. Well, when I grew up, you know, watching, you know, Mr. Rogers, you know, there's a boy and a girl. There can't be more than a boy and a girl. There can't be. God is both masculine and feminine. Have you fucking read that? This guy's an ordained minister, by the way, in Texas.
Both masculine and feminine.
This is the guy that beat Jasmine Crockett. This is the fucking guy that beat Jasmine Crockett. I'm about to stroke out. Like, seriously, this.
In between. God is non-binary.
Stop it. God is. There is no. buddy, you want me to stroke out on camera? Don't call 911, buddy. I'm not going to stroke out on camera. God is non-violent. You shut the fuck up with all your mouth. You know what the problem is the problem is people can't accept the fate of the reality of what we actually live in. This is a man's world. You know how I know God was a man? 1, things are kind of sloppy. 2, men are the dominant. We are the ones that control everything. Your rights. Can women impose their rights on men violently? No, they can't. Men impose their rights violently. That's what law enforcement does, and that's what laws do. And if you violate those laws that sanction everybody's rights, well, then guess what? Cops show up, kick in your door, and then guess what? You go to prison. You go to jail for violating, or you get a fine, or whatever the consequences, right? But if there were no men to enforce those laws, then what the fuck would we have? That's how I know God's a man, or is a masculine energy, because he would never put man in charge.
I've met so many Hindus, Buddhists, Sikh, Jews, Muslims, atheists, agnostics, who are more Christ-like than some of the Christians I serve with.
Listen to this hogwash.
In the Texas legislature. Our southern border should be like our front porch. There should be a giant welcome mat out front and a lock on the door.
Fucking swill, dude. Swill. These are the people, dude. Seriously. These are the people that we need to round up. I'm saying we need to reserve one specific piece of land in the United States for these individuals. Okay. I'm not talking your concentration camp. That's not, well, yeah, okay, I am. We concentrate the liberals in Nebraska. We gate that bitch off and we televise their survival. That's what we do. We don't kill them. We just say, hey, here you go. Here's all of Nebraska. Good luck. And here's some survival stuff. Give them a couple pocket knives and shit like that. You know what I mean? And obviously give them the furry costumes because we need those. But I just don't understand this logical thought. Anybody could just come here. Well, the whole world is just, we're all one giant world where everybody believes in everything all at one time. You fucking what? This is that thought. This is the thought pattern that's killing our fucking country, ladies and gentlemen. This is the stuff that wakes me up in the middle of the fucking night in a cold sweat. Is knowing that this individual could possibly be running or could possibly be in the Senate, and then implementing laws and rules and regulations that are in Texas that could also be enforced here somewhere else or anywhere else. Any law in the country can be passed on, and a state representative can bring it up to a national oversight. And it'd be like, hey, listen, I think that this law works out great. They do it all the time. Do it all the fucking time. This kind of hogwash is what's killing our country. Absolutely 100%. I met Muslims, Buddhists, Jewish, every other faith but Christians that are more Christians and more Christ-like than Christians in Texas. In Texas, where they were allowed to zap the retarded for how long? One of the biggest, one of the United States' largest mosques are in Texas. Actually, the largest mosque is in Texas because these people think that Texas is the new Mecca. Well, that's because they've ravaged everything else like fucking cockroaches. Them and the Jews.
Tallarico also posted this banger in 2020 when discussing the quote of the virus of racism. He wrote, "White skin gives me and every white American immunity from the virus, but we spread it wherever we go."
What the fuck does that even mean? You are a virus. You know, I wish that I did not have to share space with these individuals, because we do not see eye to eye, and I don't think that we are going to see eye to eye. If that makes any sense. Leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking. He should, yeah, he fucking should go. Fucking.
Through our words, our actions, and our systems, we don't have to be showing symptoms like a white hood or a Confederate flag to be contagious. Now, this.
How'd you make it this far in life? I don't know, bud. I don't get it. Maybe it is time for what we were talking about earlier. Maybe it is time for one of these right here. Maybe it's time for a great reset.
People will look at this body and say, maybe we should get rid of all 435 members of the House and all 100 members of the Senate.
This is Chip Roy, okay? And he is a representative from Texas, a Republican. And I like this guy a lot. I like him a lot. Him and Josh Hawley. I wish they were representatives around here, but they're not. We got all these limp dick softbacks, and it's just fucking. Anyways, but he, even in the first couple statements that he made, most Americans are like, yeah, we need a reset. We need a reset. Look at the corruption. I just made a video, not on YouTube, but on TikTok, about how 357 members of Congress voted no for the investigation of sexual misconduct in Congress. People are calling for a great reset, left and right. We need one. We need to go back to what America was supposed to be for the people. Okay? Scumbags are getting rich off of us. I was just watching a documentary. I was talking about it on Thursday. If you didn't watch that episode, go and watch the episode. Okay? There's an Orthodox Jewish community in Lakewood, New Jersey. They live off of the tax dollar. All of them. Some of them have 17 fucking kids. Now, from my understanding, and you could go get an understanding too if you'd like to, you can go look all this stuff up. From my understanding, the Jewish marriage is not recognized by the state of New Jersey. So technically, these people are single. These females are single, pumping out 17 children. It's crazy. Listen, buddy, we're not going to fucking Mars. It ain't happening. Sorry, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings about it, but it ain't happening.
At some point, people will look at this body and say, maybe we should get rid of all 435 members of the House and all 100 members of the Senate and start over, because Congress is literally failing the American people.
They are. I mean, that is a fucking amazing. That is amazing. They are. I have a representative in my state right now, Chris Pappas. He does not represent anything of a majority of people that I talk to. The people that are amplified in New Hampshire are the fringe minority. Everybody in New Hampshire, they don't give a fuck. Just leave us alone. Let us have our guns and leave us the fuck alone. It's the same way we were when we seceded from England. Then the liberals come up and they're like, oh, it's so beautiful here. Oh, I need to have a little piece of land here. When you jack up pricing for everybody else and you make it fucking miserable for everybody else because you made it miserable in the place that you're at because you're toxic. But we have a representative, Chris Pappas. He votes 90% of the time. He votes like for national Democrat agenda stuff, like taking your guns, getting rid of oil, which I don't know how we're going to do that in a small state like ours. Literally cripple our business. But he knows all about business, right? Because the schooling systems in New Hampshire are doing so great. But he's just such a great representative. Just like Maggie Goodlander, same thing. Cheated to get her spot, in my opinion. There are exceptions to every rule, but Lily Tang Williams should be our representative here in New Hampshire. You know why she's not? Because she would actually get something fucking done. And she is probably one of the only foreign representatives that I would say, yep, you could represent my state. She came from communism in China. Came from it. Mao Zedong. You ever heard of him? Go look it up. Educate yourself. You think the Holocaust was the worst thing that happened in our history? No. No. Was it bad? Yes, sure. Absolutely. Not saying it wasn't. But this lady came from one of the worst genocidal periods in foreign history, in Chinese history. I remember when she said to David Hogg, is the government going to be able to protect us? And David Hogg's like, there's nobody that can guarantee that. She's like, then you'll never have my gun ever. Ever. And then she proceeded to tell David Hogg at fucking 22 years old that she watched people literally eat tree bark to survive. Communism worked out so great. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then we got scumbags that insider trading, allow these dirty backdoor deals to happen on the American tax dollar. I mean, look at all the fraud that's been happening in Minnesota alone. Now in California, wait, they just did a whole thing in Skid Row, California, where they do all this illegal shit out in the open. Forged signatures on ballots and documents for cigarettes. Allegedly, by the way. Allegedly. Just so, you know, YouTube understands that I don't have the full in and out of all of it. But let's get to the next video. That's alleged. But, okay, here we go. Here's an example. Everybody's like, oh, Renee good. Oh, Renee good. Oh, my gosh. What happens when an officer is not in the way? What happens when the officer's not in the way?
Stop the car. Stop the car. Around, get your car.
Oh, I guess he was just, you know, showing up to, or he's just trying to get out of the officer's way, right? Or, you know, officer gave him clear directions, stop the car. And then he proceeded to ram this vehicle into him. But let's keep going. I wonder what happened. Oh, wow. He opened fire on the car. Wow. Well, what a surprise. He tried to ram him with a, 1,200-pound vehicle. Yeah. Now, chat real quick before we go any further. Would you do the same? Would you ram? If somebody tried to ram you with a vehicle, would you pull your firearm and try to shoot them too? I mean, it's a legitimate question. I'm not trying to be insinuatory or inflammatory in any way, shape, or form. This is a legitimate thing. This guy almost got fucking killed here. All because somebody didn't want to get caught. All because people don't have a respect for their authority. You see what I'm saying? It's called a mutual respect. People don't have respect for our rules in society. They just want everything for free. And that's why there's officers out here. If people respected our rules, you probably wouldn't see officers walking around with guns. You probably wouldn't see that. If people respected the rules. Like over in Japan, officers don't have guns. I'm not saying that like Japan, like Japan's a great society. They are really good. But, they don't carry guns because they don't perpetuate violence. Like here in America, we're like, yeah, we want guns. But people don't respect guns and the responsibility of guns. So that's why officers have to have firearms. Plus, we have a mental health epidemic. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about that. That's a huge problem in this country. Because we conflate things. But let's continue.
Stop the car. 205 to those officers. Stop the car. Turn around, get your car. Away. Shot fired now. Over.
Would you do that? I'm sure you would. I'm sure anybody would. That's your job as an officer, is to stop people from breaking the law. When you get pulled over, okay, when you get pulled over and you start resisting immediately by being mouthy or whatever it is, and however it is that you think you are a hero, this is how people get shot, okay? Because they get scared or spooked, or they think something's bad's gonna happen, or they have something on them. They don't want to go back to jail. Everybody's got their fucking reasons. It's the same thing as in sales, right? Everybody's got their reason for not buying. Just like everybody's got their reason for running or lying. This officer's out here doing his fucking job. What do you dump? Eight rounds? Sounded like 8 rounds. Into this individual. He's not going home. He made his own fucking choice, and his car looks exactly like mine. It's fucking crazy.
10-3, 10-3.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. How'd you fucking miss him, Jack? That's what I'm trying to understand. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. He's still trying to drive away. Renee Good, same thing. Same thing. Same thing. She's trying to drive away. Just, you got shot in the chest, center mass, fucking 20. Just stop. And by law, they're going to give you EMS. They're going to help you. I mean, it's not really much that's going to help you out. If you survive all of those shots, that officer is horrible at shooting things. But, you know, he wasn't looking to engage this individual. This individual is already engaged. Obviously, this officer just showed up on scene. It's crazy.
10-3 officer ran over. Shots fired. Advise Worthington, advise Channel 4. We're going to need some.
And that's how fast things happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a fucking joke. Everybody thinks it's like, oh, well, officers don't know what it's like. It's like, no, you don't know what it's like. Listen, I've had individuals come in when I was a booking officer. They come in, at first, they're super nice, and then you start patting them down and whatever, and the whole thing goes to shit. The whole situation goes to shit after that. I've had it happen. Okay? A simple stop, traffic stop, especially nowadays, can turn into this very easily. Very easily. I ain't going back to jail. I ain't showing my butthole to those motherfuckers no more. Oh my gosh. I can't smuggle in any more tobacco anymore. I used up all the mayonnaise, which is a thing, you know, and people are like, oh, it's got to be a joke. No, this is not a joke. This is a real thing. This is how officers have to live their fucking life day to day. They have to handle people like this. And they're like, oh, well, we need social workers. A social worker is not going to save you from getting stabbed in the neck. Let's talk about it. I stole the fucking dead rabbit on the side of the road. Now I'm going to wear your skin. Yeah, that's the kind of person you're going to talk down. It's insanity. It really is.
Block this whole thing
officer
off.
is obviously...
He's that way. Block this whole thing off.
This officer, he's doing a good job. He's keeping himself composed. I mean, obviously, I've never shot anybody, but, you know, if you've ever shot a deer or any animal, you know, your heart pounds a little bit. So I can only imagine what it's like shooting an individual. Comply, then complain. Comply, then complain. Your life is worth it. These officers are completely within their authority to use this kind of force. And I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that are like, oh, why did they just let him drive away? Well, he just had a parking infraction, or right, you're right. He just had a parking infraction. Well, it's not that he just had a parking infraction. I don't know the whole scoop on this story. But 9 times out of 10, if you're willing to ram your vehicle into an officer, it's not because you're scared. It's not because you're scared. This officer handled himself. Yeah.
And the blue Toyota Corolla, man.
We have eyes on the vehicle.
Yeah.
He got away. Yeah. No, that's nobody heard the shots fired. Right? This fucking guy. Communication is key when it comes to things like this. How nobody knew that a blue Toyota Corolla was just shot when there was an officer fucking literally deadpooling the front of the car. I don't know what to say about it. It's how did you pass? How did this fucking clown right here that just showed, what's going on, man? You didn't hear fucking gunshots? You didn't hear it all over the goddamn radio? What, do you live in another world? It must be an Elon Musk world where we're all going to live on fucking Mars. I just shot this guy, and he's driving away in a blue Toyota. You didn't see that. You didn't hear any of that description while I'm yelling, blue Toyota, send me people. There's already somebody there trying to engage this individual, and guess what happened? He still ended up using his vehicle to ram another officer. Nobody knew about that. Poor communication. This is how people die.
One of the sergeants here is saying he fled eastbound in the blue Corolla.
Oh, now, good, yeah, good job, radio. Good job, radio. You're doing God's work in this situation. Fucking what in the sweet baby Jesus? It's upsetting. It really is. I mean, that the whole situation could have been completely avoided. Well, one, it could have been avoided if the individual that was driving the blue Corolla just listen to what the officer was saying. He was saying, hey, whatever was going on in that beginning, I don't know the full context. All I can do is react to what I have as the clip. And what I know is that officer ran up to the scene. So obviously he already was priorly engaged, or maybe had hit a vehicle and the officer saw it, or whatever the case may be. Then he decided to run away. If you are a good and honest individual, you're going to stay on scene. You're going to call the cops and say, hey, I just hit this guy. We got to get this figured out. That's an honest thing to do. All right, let's go. What the fuck?
Democracy has finals. Join us at Take Back Power protest.
Britain is broken. We've come here to the jewels of the nation to take back power. Join us at takebackpower.net.
There are homeless people dying on our streets. This is the most dangerous.
Buddy, you're about to be joining prison. And somebody's penis is about to be joining your beehole. What? I'll tell you why. Because this is something people go to on a regular, right? It's like when people throw a fit in Disney. And that's why you see it. It's because it's in Disney. These people go and they throw paint and things on Crown. What is this? What is this shit? This Harry Potter land? Oh, it's the Crown Jewels. So they go and throw. Yep. Bring the Bobby. What are you proving? This lady is dressed like she is from Gryffindor. Look at this wizard come in here. She's about to cast a spell on your ass. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. Anyways, I mean, she looks like she she should be a wizard from Gryffindor. This is crazy.
Britain's broken. We've come here.
Britain's broken. No shit. That's because you guys are so tolerant over there. That's why you have to have Muslim-free zones, do you, mate? Huh? Down there where you have to paint the jewel, where naked people fall out the back of Buckingham Palace. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes, and next week I'll be showing it to you. Anyways, back to the video.
Of the nation to take back power. Join us at takebackpower.net.
There are homeless people dying on our streets. It's a dangerous time of year for them. And we have the rich hoarding wealth.
It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Sign up for action with us at takebackpower.net.
I don't understand your movement, takebackpower.net. Yeah, no, you know what you should do is you should do that out in a public forum. You shouldn't go in and desecrate history because you're trying to make a point. It just makes you look stupid, you know, because people do value history. They value where they come from. You can like where you come from, but not like where you're going. You see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to appreciate the realm that you're in. Well, where you're living is a representation of you not being involved. Was Britain a great place at one point? Yes, absolutely. They dominated the entire fucking world. Of course they were. Do you have to go and shit on their history? No. You can stand outside and debate with people and bring up awareness that way, but you don't have to go and desecrate these things, these jewels, and people find these valuable, you know? Like if somebody came in and started spray painting all over the fucking Constitution and I was there and I saw it, I would lose my mind. I would go to prison for that. Absolutely. I'd beat the brakes off that person. They just violated that, all that stuff. I'd beat the fucking brakes right off of them. That's like somebody burning a Bible. I beat the brakes off of you. I don't care. Jesus said, turn the other cheek. He said, nope, don't be taken advantage of. I'm about to fucking stomp a hole in your ass like you ain't never seen before ever in your life. And nobody stopped them. With authority. Everybody came in. No one looks here. No one look. Fucking, it's stupid. Lady, you should have came in. If you appreciated the art and the history of what you were representing, you would have come in and laid the fucking smack down. If I was from England and I knew that and I saw that, listen, I don't love everything that America does, but I love my country for sure, hands down. Okay. And if I was from any other country, I'd probably feel the same fucking way. I don't know. I'm not from anywhere else. So what I'm going to say is that if I was from England and I was to see somebody shit on the crown like that, just be so blatantly disrespectful, yeah, I'm going to throw hands with you. Oh, it's going to happen. It's going to be a bad day for you. You know why? Because you're disrespectful. That's just the bottom line. We don't have it here anymore in America.
45-year-old Pablo Criollo was walking down the sidewalk when you hear the apparent snap of a crossbow in surveillance video. Criollo starts to stumble with something sticking out of his back, which we've highlighted. Authorities say he was shot and killed by the arrow in a brazen attack over the weekend in Kearney, New Jersey.
Sorry, man.
His widow, overwhelmed by grief at a growing memorial feet from the ambush, saying they killed him like an crossbow in surveillance video. Criollo feet from the ambush, saying they killed him like an animal.
They did.
Accused killer Oscar Fejo now facing murder, weapons, and arson charges. Because when officers had first approached him after the sidewalk killing, Fejo barricaded himself in his home and set fires on numerous floors during an hours-long standoff, according to investigators. You can see one first responder being pulled to safety amid the chaos. Fejo eventually left his home and was taken into custody, flanked by heavily armed officers.
He should have been shot.
Did not respond to our request.
This is one of those situations where you don't need a fucking judge to prove anything. Sorry. Why are we wasting taxpayers' money? I'm not saying. Listen. This man started fires in a building. This man shot another individual in cold blood with a fucking crossbow. And then had a standoff with officers. There's nothing to prove. All officers are wearing fucking body cameras. Plus, Jersey's got cameras everywhere anyways. You can't even pump your own gas in Jersey. So, I mean, what are we really talking about here? But of course, he'll have his day in court, which constitutionally, I guess he deserves, even though he was caught red-handed. You were caught red-handed setting a building on fire and having a standoff with SWAT. But instead of eliminating you and eliminating the threat, which is exactly what should have happened, they apprehended you and dragged you, where you showed all your bits and pieces off, and you're going to live off the fucking tax dollar and get fed like you're an actual human being. When you shot somebody with a fucking crossbow, it's incredible. It's incredible. I just cannot believe that we've come to this point in our existence. This, you know, like that woman. Because of why? What was the reason? Oh, just because. That's the reason. Well, we're doing it just because. I mean, eye for an eye is one of those things where it should be looked at very carefully. But at the same time, for something like this is incredible. But we apprehended him. We're going to try him. He'll be in the prison system where he'll put a correctional officer's life on the line, where they don't have anything but a fucking radio and a pair of gloves and handcuffs. You know how I know that? Because I was in that situation. Not somebody trying to, I'm not going to talk about that. But, what I'm saying is that I was a correctional officer. That's how I know. And then they're going to put an animal like this inside cages and not give officers opportunity to defend themselves, protect themselves. He should have been eliminated on scene.
For comment. A preliminary incident report tonight says he was a stranger to the victim.
For sure.
His loved ones
I agree.
To grapple with the 45-year-old father's sudden death. His wife saying, every morning my daughter is asking me about her father. What time he will come home. Emily, MB News.
And that's sad. And I mean, I don't understand why people do what they do. The world, everybody's like, the world isn't violent. It is very violent. Have you ever seen great white sharks mate? It's terrifying. Okay. The world is very violent. And sometimes we have to take things into our own hands. Like when a dog bites your hand, when we used to breed dogs, right? The dog that bites a hand, well, you put it down. That's not for speaking there. That's not, they weren't, sitting there having a debate and then it turned into an altercation where the other individual pulled a knife on them or pulled another weapon or whatever. No, this was an altercation of the guy didn't do a fucking thing. He was just shot in the back with an arrow. And then he lit the building on fire and had a standoff with officers. They should have it would have been cheaper to just lay him down. It's crazy. It's crazy. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking. I always want to know what you're thinking. When disaster hits, you don't want excuses. You want action and peace of mind. And emergency storable food from My Patriot Supply does just that, delivering over 2,000 calories a day in 8 hearty varieties, good for over 25 years. That's 25 years of protection for when the stinky stuff hits the fan. So scan the QR code up in the corner or click the link down in the description and protect you and your family for when emergency strikes. All orders before 3 p.m. ships same day, and anything over $150 ships for free. Remember, calories equal energy, and energy equals survival. Be ready for anything before anything happens with My Patriot Supply. Now back to the show.
Words can't convey. Wow. I don't go looking for honors, and I can't believe the last couple of days, and it's not even in my imagination. What I have to think about is what started all this was a copy from my dad, Warrior from World War I, patriotism, recognition of the country you are living in is giving to each of us, and we owe something in return. Just like any other sailor and soldier, which I was once, set out to be good at whatever I do for the country. And
get out of the way, Pee-wee.
Revealed I had this opportunity to do my best in battle. I did a lot of other events that were insignificant. And all I say is, God bless America and all glory to God. Thank you.
All glory to you. That guy's a fucking badass. 100 years old. Dogfighter. You know what I mean? Humble. Did you hear all that in his voice? Humble. Did you hear Chuck Norris? Humble. We should all learn that lesson. I'm not saying that I'm not excluded from that lesson. That's one of those things that I struggle with a lot, is being humble. But this should remind you of how you should be humble. This man right here. He wasn't looking for any of this stuff. He never asked for it. He just did the right thing by what his dad taught him. This right here, this guy right here, he's a fucking true American. He needs 10 people to get him into a chair, but hey, listen, the guy lived an amazing life and he's a true hero. I have nothing but respect and honor for this individual right here. We need more people like him. We need more people to love our country and to love we need to love each other. And again, I'm not saying that I'm perfect at it. I don't like liberals. I can't stand them. They drive me fucking crazy. Okay. But that doesn't mean that I can't be like, hey, listen, we're Americans too, right? Like, where do we find common ground? And this guy right here, Chuck Norris, people that are like that in our country that brought this kind of peace of mind because they could. That's what's so beautiful about our country, is that we can, because people like this, they fight for the idea of a better day, of a new debate, of a prosperous country, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Why is this a problem? This guy right here is absolutely incredible. He deserves everything he gets. Nobody stood for him except for the vets during Congress. But this is from the State of the Union right here. Nobody stood for him, really. On the Democrat side, everybody on the Republican side are like, yeah, whoo, I would have been too. Even it doesn't matter how I fucking vote. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter how you vote. It should be, what's the best idea for Americans, all of us. That's what I thought. That's what our whole fucking country was founded on. And this guy right here, this true fucking warrior right here, teaching us all a lesson like Mr. Rogers. Humility. He never expected at 100 years old he was going to be recognized. He was already look at that placard that's on his fucking chest. Look at all them ribbons. Everybody already knows he's a goddamn warrior. This is incredible. I got to watch it again. Just the first part.
Well, thank you all.
Words can't convey. Wow.
Buddy, I feel it for you, man. You know, like
I don't go looking for honors, and I can't believe the last couple of days, and it's not even in my imagination. What I have to think about is what started all this was a copy from my dad, warrior from World War I, patriotism. Recognition of the country you are living in is giving to each of us, and we owe something in return. Just like any other sailor and soldier, which I was once, set out to be good at whatever I do for my country.
Well, listen to that.
And
be good at whatever. That's just everything you just said right there was just absolutely. It should elate you. It's not what your country can do for you, which is it seems to be the ongoing motto here in America right now. Our country owes us. Oh. Do they? Does anybody owe you anything? The greatest thing that I've seen from this whole experience right here with this guy right here and listening to him is that nobody owes you a fucking thing. It's the idea and the belief. Like, he just did what was right from his belief, and all glory went to God for that. His belief was from behind God, and all of the glory went to that. That's why he fought with such ferocity. That's why he did what he did and didn't complain about it. And if he did, he worked through it and woke up the next day and did the same fucking thing. You can do the same. You can. It's true. Just have to fucking do it. Nobody's going to make you do it. Nobody's going to help you do it. This guy's 100 years old, and he has got the Medal of Honor around his neck, the highest honor you can give, and he deserves every little bit. And I'm so happy for him. I've never met this guy a day in my life, but he deserves it. Look at him. He's a fucking warrior. When he's up here, he's still teaching us all a lesson in humility. It's awesome. You're awesome too. We're getting to the last 3 videos of the show. I skipped one because it's long and I didn't want to go through it because I wasn't expecting to watch the whole Survivor Series Chuck Norris video, but I couldn't help it. And I love you guys so much. And thank you so very much for hanging out here with me. Scan the QR code up in the corner. Help us out here at the OTPH Show. And thank you to My Patriot Supply for sponsoring tonight's live stream. Let's get on to this next video. Now, if I was to be asked, hey, listen, do you want us to drag you across the slip and slide at 100 miles an hour? Would you do it? I would say no immediately.
An hour slip and slide.
And when he hit the water, it was it's probably like daggers. We got to watch that again. What friend allows you to do this kind of shit? It's for views, man. We're going to get so laid later, bro. Like, watch this.
100 mile an hour slip and slide.
He died. That guy died. He died. That was a little tiny ass fucking pond dug out. That was a tiny ass pond dug out by that boy's dad. That he probably still verbally abused the mom because the guy dad can't talk right now, so I'm just gonna play the next fucking video. Because I can't talk right now. So I'm just going to play the next fucking video. Oh, wait. Is it? No, it's not. I got one more. Here we go. What I was trying to say is that dude probably verbally abuses his family just so he can have what he wants and do these 100. We're going to make so much money, Mom. Don't worry about EMS. I'll steal their van and drive them into an ICE facility. Oh, no, dude. What is going? Stop it. Stop. This motherfucker. Okay. Oh, man. Quick thinking, though. Quick thinking.
Who can kick the bucket the furthest?
Listen, we already knew that was going to happen. Who can kick the bucket the furthest? I'm going out there and I'm inspecting that. Who can kick the bucket the furthest? Yeah, so I can break my foot for fucking views. Yeah, great. Oh! I'd have been so fucking mad. You don't even know. I would have been so mad. I probably would have had to leave for a couple days. I would have been so mad. That's not funny. That's broken. That's broken foot. There's a lot of problems in that situation right there. I don't understand hurting people to be funny. Like, I'm going to trick my husband by breaking his ankle. So he'll kick this stovepipe right here.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now...
Oh, God. Fucking A, dude. Yeah. Oh, gosh, that was incredible. See, that's dangerous. I don't, whatever. That's just being stupid. I mean, he wasn't going to die, but he could have. I mean, if you think about it, you dump somebody in and they realize they're in the water and you go and you inhale, that's a bad situation. But this guy right here, this one right here, this is incredible. Look at that fresh back tattoo right there. He's going to show the mamacitas in the water already how to do it in my gym shorts. He works out in these and also runs from authorities as well.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And
that is a gang tattoo on his back. Everything tells me right now that he's already fucked this up completely because that rope is too short. This is one of those things where you got to run and then once you're out on the water, not before the water.
Right now.
Ah, God, dude. There's a line, ladies and gentlemen, anybody that's watching right now, there's a line that runs right up the middle of this glass. How the fuck you don't? I just don't know how you can't see the glass. Well, I couldn't see it because it was see-through. Huh? It's still got a sheen to it. It's still got a little something. We're not talking about kids here or birds or animals. This is a fucking full-grown adult that we allow out into the world. And they're walking into a glass. There's a line. There's rivets to hold the glass together. You can see it right here. Maybe if you weren't so fucking lazy and you went through the door. Gotta turn that off. And you fall. You know why she didn't see that? She had a hat on. That happened to me. That's happened to me so many times. When my son was younger, I can't tell you how many times I've hit the front of my fucking head. Dude, seriously, that is one of those things that ends a park trip real quick.
Malausap linambas promek.
Prafen. Did he just hit it with that? Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Jam 11. Sunyi, tutup. Kedatangan.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into our last video, I just want to say thank you so very much for liking, watching, loving everything that we do here at the OTPH Show. You know, raw steel and sex appeal, gravy train on biscuit wheels. Thank you so very much for being here. Get on board because we are moving. Let's go to the top with your love and support. And thank you for all of your love and support. Please scan the QR code up in the corner because that's the best way to support the show. And the free way to support the show is just to like, share, and subscribe. It's the easiest way, if you could. Thank you so very much. I had something that I wanted to say to you, but it just totally slipped from me. So like I always say, I don't have the video ready. Fucking shit. See, it's because I'm moving faster than my brain, or because I digress a lot. So then I feel like I got to catch up, and then I don't get every video like the way that I want it to be because I'm trying to catch up because I digress a lot. So anyways, thank you guys so very much for liking, watching, loving everything that we do here at the OTPH Show. You know, raw steel and sex appeal, gravy train on basket wheels. So get on board because we're moving. Let's go to the top with your love and support. But thank you for all your love and support. Please scan the QR code up in the corner. My Patriot Supply, and thank you to My Patriot Supply for sponsoring tonight's live stream. See, on fire. You see, when I'm set up, I'm ready to fucking go. Cotton candy, sweet it go. Let me see that Tootsie Roll, and thank you for hanging out with me and rolling tonight's Tootsie, if you know what I mean. Anyways, guys, I love you so much, and love your neighbor, love your family. Most importantly, love you. You can't love the other two without you. I love you. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
I am trans.
Look at his face, bro.
I am trans.
No, you're not. We've been together for 7 years. I would know if you're trans.
I know.
Okay, so one, I'm going to say that this is satire because she doesn't, there's nothing manly about her. She's very effeminate. Even effeminate men still have masculine features like the shoulders. They never lie. In the throat. The Adam's apple. Guys, the Adam's apple. This never lies. Okay. Never. She does not have any of that. Her neck is too, see you, buddy. Her neck is too delicate and too dainty. Shoulders are too soft. Her arms are too soft. Her shoulders aren't rounded out like most dudes. Even average Joes, they have rounded out shoulders. I don't believe that this is a trans individual, but plastic surgery is a motherfucker.
Transition in high school. That's why you haven't seen childhood pictures of me. There was no fire. I am.
Bro, I feel bad.
If his old lady's just fucking with him, like you're seeing, like everything's set in right now, and that's why I feel like this could be real. Because he is genuinely like, no, stop it. Like, how did you hide it all these years?
But I realized it doesn't have to change anything. And, we're still.
Let me see a picture of you from high school.
7 years.
Are you sure you want to see that?
Is this why you have to use lube every time we fuck?
Yeah.
Or the well could be dry. I mean, guys, girls, anybody that's going to be watching, I don't know how to respond. I'd be super mad. I would probably be the same way as him, but I would be mad. I'd be like, if this is a real thing, I'm going to lose my fucking mind. Like I'm going to burn this fucking place to the ground, whether you're in it or not. 7 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
okay.
God.
This is.
Trans pussy doesn't get wet.
Look at that. Fuck it. Oh my gosh. Look at it. It's set in. It's set in. Either he's really good at acting or this is a real thing. Love your neighbor, love your family. Most importantly, love you. You can't love the other two without you. I love you. God bless you. And I'll see you on the next one.
This
Bye,
is a hard
guys.
watch.
I'll see you on Thursday. This is Thursday. On Sunday. I'll see you on.
Look at his face, bro.
I am trans.
No, you're not. We've been together for 7 years. I would know if you're trans.
I know. I transitioned in high school. That's why you haven't seen childhood pictures of me. There was no fire. I am.
Bro, I
trans.
feel bad.
But I realized it doesn't have to change anything, and you know we're still.
Let me see a
us.
picture of you from high school.
Are you
7
Are you
years.
sure you want to see that?
Is this why you have to use lube every time we fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
This is.
Trans pussy doesn't get wet.